Hello, everyone. This is Kastner-Lang, host of Dharma Unfiltered, coming in from the University of Miami, episode 21, I believe, of Dharma Unfiltered. We got two guests on the podcast, the YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it today, Sam Rife and Henry McCausland. I think I've known Sam since about sixth grade and Henry since about eighth grade, something like that. We've been pretty good friends since then. And these two guys were just in basic training since I mean, they can go into more of the specifics, but I guess the past few months, I should say. So I'm excited to kind of gain some insight into what that experience was like, and then kind of also what they're up to now. So Henry, Sam, if you guys just one of you want to start with introducing yourself, and we'll go from there.
All right. I'll go first, I guess. All right, so I'm Henry McCausland, and I grew up, I was born in Hawaii, and then moved around a lot when I was younger because my dad was in the Army. So I went to, who is that? I went to Indiana, New York, South Carolina, Washington, D.C., Wisconsin, and then Georgia for basic over the summer. And then I'm at Utah now.
What was your favorite place that you lived growing up?
Probably Wisconsin, just because.
Wait, how long did you spend in Hawaii, or you were just born there?
2 years in Hawaii, so I don't really remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wisconsin. I just like the people, and like I don't know, growing up, like the high school, I liked KM, and everyone there. I thought people versus like in the city sometimes are like in DC, they don't they're not as nice and friendly.
Oh shit.
So
yeah,
probably Wisconsin the best.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, I think we're lucky to be in Wisconsin other than some other Midwestern states. Like, I mean, I would hate to be in like fucking Iowa or like Indiana.
Yeah. All right. Sam, you want to
Yeah.
introduce?
All right. Well, I'm Sam Rife, and so I didn't move around as much as Henry did. Henry grew up in like a military background. His dad was in the Army. So, but anyways, I grew up in Wisconsin, and I think Reed and I we played baseball together and football in middle school. So I've known Reed for a long time, and throughout this, I think it was like my junior year in high school, I made the decision to join the Army. I was just looking at the benefits, and I always kind of looked up to people that were in the Army, anyways, from when ever since I was a kid. But so I thought it'd be a good choice for me, and I talked to like a National Guard recruiter, and here I am now. I just graduated basic, and we left, I think, July 6th. Henry did. I left July 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Fort Benning basic, and now we're back. So some interesting stories for sure.
So I know, Henry, so this was for National Guard for both of you?
Yeah. National Guard.
And is that what your dad was in, Henry?
No, my dad was a cadet in college and then active Army after he graduated.
Yeah.
His dad went to West Point, so.
Oh, okay. So
when I lived in New York, he was working at West Point.
Okay.
He was working with the cadets.
Yeah. So in terms of, I guess, like motives, both you guys in going into the military, Henry, do you think that yours a lot of that is because of the, I guess, familial background?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. It's something that like I grew up around a lot of people in the military, and like I respected them a lot, and I thought they all had like a good work ethic. Yeah. And it's just something that seemed appealing to me ever since I was like young. It's always been something that I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then like in high school, I finally made the decision to join.
Yeah. Why? I never really like paid that much attention, I guess. Like I wasn't really like growing up, I was never really like a big fan of like military movies and stuff. But like the past few years, I guess I've been paying more attention. And like it's interesting that you guys both said like those are some of the most like respected people, not only I think not only for what they do in like serving their country, but also like just the mental like aptitude that they have and you have to have in the military is something that I think is like super like admirable.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind
Yeah,
of like mental toughness that they have that it's just like you don't find elsewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, let's jump into what the whole experience with basic. Like what so you went like what mid July, right?
Yeah, July 6th, I shipped out, and Sam was supposed to ship out July 6th, but he shipped out July 7th.
Yeah, I shipped out. So me and Henry were supposed to go together. We were planning on like, I mean, we didn't do like there's a buddy system that you can like make sure you're always with the person that you ship out with. But so I had shoulder surgery in the past since football, and they had to get like an extra waiver for me to go. So that took a day for them to get. So I ended up not being with Henry. So from the start, it was kind of like oh shit, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Henry can talk about his COVID experience.
Yeah, I mean, so when you get to Fort Benning, like I didn't even know this at first when I like, shipped out, but you have to go through something called reception, where that's where you get all your paperwork done and your medical stuff done. And usually it's like a like a week long thing, right, Sam? Like
Yeah, about a week. No, without COVID, but
yeah.
so it was like 2 weeks for me, but for you, it was even longer because of
Yeah, so like you get all your paperwork done and your medical stuff done, and I mean, it's not fun, but you have to do it. But with COVID, there was so much going on, and the whole reception was backed up. I don't even know how many kids were there, but like every room was like full. All the barracks were just like had so many people, like 500, like probably like 1,000 kids were coming per week or something like that.
Wait, so that was literally just like the initial like paperwork shit they had to get through the first week.
yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that just for that?
Yeah, just because there's so many people, you'd be just like standing in line, getting your shots. They'd assign equipment there too, like we'd get our uniforms and like our PTs, but yeah, it just took a long time. And normally, like people before this, like if you look at any like military, like people talking about basic training, they're like, oh, reception's like the worst thing like that you go through, just because it's so boring. Like this
It is terrible.
boring. But so it was longer for me. I mean, not as long as Henry. Henry, you can go into more about how that happened.
Well, so yeah, I was there for me and Sam were in like two different companies. Once he got there, he was in a different company than me.
What does company mean?
That's just like a kind of like a class for like in high school it'd be like a freshman class. It's just a class basically. But yeah, we were in different companies, so I only saw him like twice when I was there.
Mhm.
But I ended up getting COVID like a day before I was supposed to ship out to basic. So I was sent to another like holding bay, and I stayed there for 6 days, like July 21st to July 27th. And I got sent back to reception.
So you initially went to Fort Benning in Georgia for reception, right?
Yeah.
And then you got shipped to where?
I just got shipped like 2 miles down the road.
For when you got COVID.
Yeah, they were putting everyone that got tested positive, they got shipped to like a different place to quarantine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Camp Kelly. But.
Yeah, it's called Camp Kelly.
Okay, and they told you it'd be 10 days in there, like, and then you're done. That's what you thought going into it.
Wait, what?
That you thought going into it that would just be the whatever 10-day quarantine there, and then you'd be done.
Yeah, but so after that, I was sent back to 30th for like 2 weeks, which kind of sucked because I only had like one dental appointment left, and it took 2 weeks to get so they could like look at my teeth for 30 seconds, which sucked. But
Yeah,
it's slow because they have so many people, like it's just really hectic, and like it's just not a fun place to be.
it's just because they have so many people there, and then like Henry's one person, and they're processing like 1,000 people every 2 weeks. So it's like Henry just got thrown back with the next class I was going through reception.
Yeah, I probably
Pretty
got
much
back
like
like two or three classes, honestly.
yeah, it's hard because they really don't like account for the people that like have different situations than the majority. So
Yeah. And so like when I got sent from reception, I like the day they told me, they're like, all right, you're gonna get your dental appointment today, and then you're gonna ship out to basic. So I was like, heck yeah. Then I got sent to Airborne Holy Bay, and I had to quarantine there for another week.
Where is
And
that?
from what?
Where is that at?
That's just like a mile down the road too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then so after that, then I got sent to the Bravo 254s where my unit was, and I had to quarantine another 2 weeks there because like half my class hadn't finished reception yet. So it was like a total of 7 weeks and 4 days of quarantine for me.
Because your
it's
class.
brutal.
Oh, because you had to stick with
Yeah, because I had to stick with my class, and like half them hadn't finished their like paperwork and medical stuff at reception, so we had to go back there every day, like take a bus there every day. And I had to sit there and just do nothing.
Sounds like reception is the thing that's like super fucked up and unorganized, right? Like
Yeah, there's a lot of things, but yeah, for sure, reception is pretty fucked.
like is it always that bad, or like
No, it's just
yeah.
I think the cycle for infantry training is 22 weeks, and I spent like a 30 weeks there. So I spent like an extra 8 weeks.
what'd you do what'd you do when you were like quarantined? So 7 weeks in quarantine? Like
What did you do during your quarantine?
I mean, I got lucky and I was
There's
lounging.
nothing to do.
My mom was still here and I got COVID. We got a place on the beach and I was chilling.
Wow. Yeah.
Were you locked in like a single like room the whole time?
No.
Couldn't you go outside or anything? Or
You do what you're told, basically. Like you don't choose where you're at. They tell you to go into the barracks, they tell you to go sit outside.
yeah.
Stuff like, I don't know, you just do what you're told, really.
Yeah. So you were in a barracks with a bunch of other COVID people.
Yeah, when I was at the barracks, it was kind of like I don't know how to describe it. Like I had my own room with like a roommate, and I could like go down in a courtyard and like work out if I wanted. But that's it, really. You just kind of sit in your room and work out all day.
Sounds like prison.
Yeah, kind of.
So, would you say that you came out a better person at the end of it?
Yeah, I think I did. Like, I'm definitely more grateful for like what I had before coming in. Like, I feel like I took a lot of stuff for granted in high school, and like I always said I hated high school and stuff. And then I got there, and I'm like, I wish I was back in high school, and like I could see my family every day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely say the same. I mean, I knew it was gonna suck coming into it, but I had no idea like what type of suck it would be. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just different. Yeah, I feel like you learn a lot about yourself just because like you're really like you don't have your phone, like you're really just like kind of on the grind, you know. Like I read a lot of books and like worked out a lot and there's nothing else really to do, I mean, there's only so much you can like bullshit about. Like I still have some friends from basic, but I mean, there's only so much you can talk about, and you don't know what's going around like outside of basic training. Like you don't know
Yeah.
what's going on in the world. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have like a lot of time to think. Is like you're just like whenever I would go to sleep, I would just or like be sitting there all day. Like you're sitting in like a room all day or something, and you don't have your phone. You just kind of sit there, and you have a lot of time to think.
Yeah, and I think that's after like for me personally, like that's what I figured out to be like the key to everything. Like that's actually like that's the most valuable thing, like giving your like even not like I always just try to, balance kind of like I guess through high school and stuff with like knowing everyone in high school and always having something to talk about and stuff. Like I was always kind of living like super just like yeah, like I would just be super quick to go on my phone or super quick whatever. But now without having really anyone that I can have those like in-depth conversations with that often, like I'm forced to really kind of like think about like myself and like kind of what I offer. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
like my quarantine too. Like I deleted Snapchat those like 10 days, and I just felt amazing. Like obviously I was lucky enough to not be locked in basically a room the whole time, but like it's the mentality is completely shifted. Like when you're kind of forced to have those like conversations in your head with yourself.
yeah.
Yeah. So would you say that kind of you were ready for something like that coming out of high school? Like how did like I was so done with kind of the how stagnant like high school was. And, like how there wasn't really much growth happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I was definitely like ready for it. Like during the summer, I was having like a lot of fun before I left, but then at the same time, it's like I wanted to just leave and start doing something that actually like, means something and not just sit around all summer.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was ready for it.
Yeah.
But then when you get there, it really sucks, and then you wish you were back home. So
But now
yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, I was just gonna say like I wanted change, but like I don't know. I in basic I was like, oh, I should just went to college, but like
yeah,
um the benefits like that I'm gonna see now in the future are gonna be a lot better. And I feel like um this time I took just to like I don't know, it's just a different experience. You learn a lot that like a lot of people in the US don't know about, like just the way the military like works.
yeah,
But so yeah, I'm happy that I did it now. But looking back at it, like the first the first like 2 weeks of reception, and then like the first red phase of like basic training, it just is brutal. I mean, there's
yeah.
times where it takes it to another level for sure.
Yeah.
Takes yourself, but yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that like really did suck about it was the 22-week cycle, which they just started at the beginning of 2020. Before it used to be 14 weeks.
Mhm.
But the reason they changed it is because there were so many people coming out that like didn't have the discipline that they wanted, and they were leaving OSIT or like basic and AIT, and they were just going off and like getting arrested and stuff like that. So they wanted to make sure everyone was disciplined enough when they leave that they wouldn't do stupid stuff. But
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like for myself, I would have been fine if it was 14 weeks.
Yeah. So what are like some of the
Yeah.
most surprising things that you kind of learned about the way the military operates during basic?
The main thing I learned was that it's just everyone says it, but it's like hurry up and wait. Like they'll make you like do stuff so quick, and be ready to go, and then you'll just be waiting there for hours to like go do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's a classic term. Like, yeah, hurry up and wait. Yeah. So like you'll like a great example is that like when you go to a range, to shoot like our M4s and stuff. So we'd do like 2 iterations. So that's 2 times just shooting like about 40 rounds, but we'd be there all day. So like you'd be in line standing like ready to go out, file out onto the range for like probably an hour and a half just to shoot for like 2 minutes, you know. So it's like it's just make your shots count, and
Yeah.
it's just a way of there's so many people there, so it's like it takes a lot. So yeah.
Like they're just trying to push everybody through as quick as they can most of the time.
So did it matter like how well you performed?
I feel like they didn't care that much about how you perform. They'd always threaten it, be like, "Oh, if you don't do so good on your PT test, then we're gonna recycle you or something." But that never happened.
What is that? What does recycle you?
I mean, so basically, what Henry did, with COVID, you just be like,
You'll
you'd
just
be
get
sent to a different company, and then you're just like left behind pretty much. Like they'll forget about you, and
like
they
if
won't
you
try as much to like move you around. That's all.
yeah, like recycling is like terrible because like I was supposed to graduate in like early December, then I didn't graduate till like January 29th. So like you just get pushed back.
Yeah, so you just got out a few days ago, right?
Yeah, I just got out on Friday.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then you
On the
went
29th.
straight to Utah then?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a week.
Yeah. I'm like a little bit behind on school, but I'm catching up.
Yeah. So wait, so I mean like when you got to Utah and Sam too, like just when you guys got to like college, how is like the change in people been kind of like? 'Cause like, well, first I should say first talk about like the people at basic, and then talk about the people at college, and like how both of those like groups compared to people from like high school.
Yeah. Sam, you can go.
Okay. The people at basic, I don't know. They're just I couldn't relate to a lot of them. They're very like interesting like type of people. I feel like the biggest vibe I got was like people that were there were trying to like prove a point that they could like do something that most people couldn't, and like it's almost like they didn't uh like have rewards, like get rewarded enough for what they did in high school or something. Like they tried, I don't know. Anyways, so there's a lot of those like standoffish type people. But then on top of that, if you add like drill sergeants yelling at you, you getting like shit on 24/7, like doing push-ups for the stupidest thing because some kid like is freaking putting his hands in his pants or pockets, like or has his uniform messed up, like didn't have his like boots like bloused right. It's just like it gets at you, but at the same time, I'm really glad that I was so for National Guard, you go like it's like one weekend a month before, and I was able to like go I think 3 or 4 times before actual basic training started, so I knew like what to expect. And actually, what one of the drill sergeants at National Guard told me is just know that you're gonna do push-ups, like you're gonna do PT, just know that, and like get better from it, and don't let it get to you, because there's nothing you can do to like, I mean, you can try and police people up and try and get them all right, but like at the same time, there's always the drill sergeants, especially in the first like 2 weeks, are always gonna find something messed up, and they're gonna drop you for it. So yeah, it's just so
They don't even.
I think I got like sidetracked, but anyways, the people especially from Wisconsin to compared to like basic training, I learned that Wisconsin has a lot of just the people in general. Like you can talk to like a stranger would talk to you. And during basic training, you see the difference of like where people are from all over the U.S. Some people from like foreign countries, but you can just tell the difference from Wisconsinites for sure. But yeah.
How would you say Wisconsin is tough? relative to other states?
So our honor grad was actually from Wisconsin. He was in my platoon. Which honor grad is like the uh, uh, best trainee, I guess, that is in basic that the drill sergeants vote on. Like he has the best PT. He's the most best at like shooting, best at just like anything military that we learned. He's the best at. Um, so that was kind of cool. I was pretty close with him. He's a good guy. But yeah, I'd say Wisconsin did represent pretty well, but I don't know. I mean, the people are everywhere. I mean, like people from Wisconsin could be failing, and I don't know. Like, there's a lot of people. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought that like a lot of people, I actually liked like meeting people from like all over the country, and like I know there was like one kid in my platoon from Nepal and one from Indonesia. So like I thought it was kind of cool, like being able to like meet those people and see what their life was like before they came to the US. But at the same time, it's a lot of the people there are like I feel like a lot of people there are either there for like mostly there just for money or because they had nothing else to do, which kind of sucks. But
Like a lot
because I feel like you shouldn't join the military for if you like you have nothing else to do or for money, I guess. But
yeah. No. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think Henry, I think it's probably like because you've like spent time in other places, and that kind of naturally made you a little bit more like apt to like talk to like other people and stuff. And like when I initially started talking to just like Snapchatting some kids like that go to and stuff, like if I heard they're from like New York or New Jersey initially, I thought that was like cool. But now like after I've kind of spent some time here, that's almost like to me that has like a negative connotation because
why is that negative?
like the majority like I don't know, I just there's I agree with Sam in that like Wisconsin and um I wouldn't even say the Midwest. I'd say specifically Wisconsin. It's just like so much like easier to talk to. Like
Yeah, like more friendly. That's kind of what I was saying earlier. Like that's kind of why I liked living in Wisconsin because people are just more friendly.
yeah, just like it's hard to explain. Just like kind of like more like laid back. Like everyone is so. It's like I feel like a lot of the people in like kind of East Coast, I guess, like more Northeast, like kind of think that like they're everything. Like, and
Yeah,
that's how LA is too, right? Like it's like
yeah,
kind of those two places think that like they're like the best, like the world revolves around them. And in a lot of ways, like a lot of money is made and a lot of money, goes through those places, but it's not even a point. Like I just
yeah,
think yeah, a lot of what I guess my point is a lot of people from there don't even know like where Wisconsin is. Like
yes, that's
Oh
true.
yeah, for sure.
I'm like, isn't I thought it was like a normal thing to fucking know where the 50 states are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely met that basic that didn't know where Wisconsin was.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's actually quite a few that didn't know where Wisconsin was. They're like, oh, is that by like Illinois? And I mean, yeah, they got like the general like area, right? But like, just I don't know. Yeah, it's the one by the big ass lake. Yep, that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I found it kind of difficult to meet a lot of people that I can like really relate to. I mean, I guess that it's kind of the same for me. Any like in Wisconsin too, just my personality. Like I'll talk to people, but am I really gonna like hang out with them? It's the big thing, and so I guess I'm not speaking for everyone from Wisconsin, but like that's just kind of been my I guess like perception of people, and it also is the demographic in the crowd. Like if you're in college, you're going to be surrounded by people that like have a reason for like being in college. And me personally, I don't even necessarily have like a excellent reason for being here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I was just ready for something new going out of high school. Yeah, so how, like, having this experience behind you and basically going through hell for what, like 3 months, 4 months, 6
7
months,
Grinders
months.
longer.
months?
Yeah, it was about like 5.25 or so for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go home for 2 weeks for Christmas, but
Yeah.
having that back in the back of my mind that I had to go back there was really terrible. And then like the first day getting back was not fun. I was not
Hey,
happy.
Henry, how do they greet you?
It was pretty chill when I like
Oh,
first got up, and then
that's
like
good.
the day after it was just back to normal, just terrible. And there was a kid that went AWOL, so
What the?
we got
Do you guys have to like search for him, like in
no,
the
like
like?
he
Oh,
showed
okay.
up like a week before we graduated, and he got kicked out of the army.
Wait, what? What happened?
Like
What
some
the
kid
fuck?
didn't show up from holiday block leave, and it was like 20 days later when they showed up. I think they found him or something because I mean a lot of people that go AWOL go to prison or something. I don't know. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure, but
I think there's some like
What does that
military
mean?
camps that they go to, but yeah, it's freaking. That's weird. Do you know why? Do you like know him before or not really?
um, he was special. I don't know. He said he got in 3 car accidents and robbed in 2 weeks, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, he said he was like a race car driver and he crashed twice or something. I don't even know. Something
What
really,
the
really, yeah.
heck?
What the hell? Wait, what is it? AWOG? What is that?
It's like absent without leave.
Yeah.
Like
Like
they
you need leave to like be like wherever, like if you're not training, you need leave. So
was there
So
any
you,
was there any pleasure in like at least like the like, weather or anything? Was there anything good like that you enjoyed about it?
I enjoyed some of the training we did.
yeah, for sure. Me too. I really liked like no, Henry, you go. You go.
Okay. I well, a lot of the things you learn about are pretty cool. Like all the tactics and like learning how to like the functions of like the weapons we use and all that. I thought was pretty cool because I didn't know a lot about that before joining. So like that was something I enjoyed because I wanted to learn about that like going into it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was fun. I like doing like the PT and rucks. I actually like enjoyed the rucks even though sometimes they sucked. And graduating was fun too. That was a really cool experience. Like the field we graduated on had
Oh, like a nice ceremony or something?
yeah, it was like a parade field and it had like soil from um like huge battles that America has been in like soil from like D-Day, like Utah and Omaha Beach, I'm pretty sure, and like Korea from like the Korean War and all that like spread all over by like descendants of like war heroes like Alexander Hamilton. Like one of his descendants like was at the field that spread it. I don't know. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to graduate on the parade field like Henry did, but we graduated. It's called the NIM Museum, which is right next to the parade field. And since it was raining out, we graduated there. But I would say for sure, like the tactics, I really liked learning about, and then like shooting the guns. Like I carried the M240 machine gun for a lot of like the six we did, which is like a field exercises where we'd sleep in like uh, I don't know how to describe it. We slept in a triangle and there'd be like a 240 gun at every point. And so like people would try and ambush us, and then we get to like shoot live like blanks at them, and it'd be kind of cool because you can just let that thing rip. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, and then
The
coming
240 is the 242. That's like 27 pounds. That's like pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. I didn't have to do any rucks with it, but yeah,
shit.
it still sucked walking around with it.
Yeah. So were you like actively doing like the tactics like most days, like with like in shooting and stuff, or was that like a special thing?
So we had 2 weeks where we went out in the field and we actually like practiced our squad tactics, and where we set in like a patrol base, which is the triangle I talked about, and where we went out on missions, and that's when we shot blanks. We didn't like shoot live rounds ever, but for that type of exercises. But I feel like that was my favorite when we went out, not the forge, but like the sticks, and then the FTX, which is like the two final field days that we did during AIT. So
Yeah. Cool. So then I guess my next question was coming back to like society or like college, like to like I guess more normal society. Like what does that like feel like? Well, I mean, you came back for Christmas, but either way, like what did it feel like initially kind of coming back?
Well, like getting back on over Christmas break was like really nice. Like it was definitely like needed after being gone for like 5.5 months, and being like Sam came and picked me up with Hudson and my brother, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like right now I'm still like kind of getting back into it since I've only been back like for like the weekend.
Yeah.
honestly, for me, the first day I was kind of like shocked. Like I always like looked forward to the day getting back, but I never like put my like, I don't know, I never just envisioned it, I guess, like what I'd do. So I was just kind of shocked, and I was just after like, the first day after I slept in my bed, it hit me, and I don't know, I was just super happy to be back and like see my family, and yeah, my friends. So yeah.
That was probably something I thought about like every night before I went to sleep, is like the day I could leave and go home. And that's like kind of what motivated while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it just makes you appreciate like home. So like I'd found for myself too, just obviously not to compare that at all, but just being away from home for 3 months, like I'd never done, like the longest I've been away from home is maybe like a week. Like I'd never been away from home for longer than that, and then coming back, like I have always, I never, like Wisconsin, like home was always just what, like it just was what it was. But then like I kind of took it for granted, like you said, and then coming back home, it's like I appreciated literally like every single thing, because like it wasn't so oversaturated anymore. You know, you can appreciate it and like look at it with a completely different like lens.
Yeah.
For sure.
I also found that like going from like the summer and like landscaping and doing hard physical labor every day to going to college, and like all you have to do is like school, like your schoolwork, like
Yeah.
it was like that was shocking for me. I was like, this is easy. Like, is that kind of how you guys feel like at this point? Like that, like everything after doing that, pretty much everything else is like easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels that way. I mean, I just feel like I can take a new like perspective at like if I ever think like something really sucks, like I know I like been through a lot worse than what I'm going through here now. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like how I thought when I was like there too, because um like when I was there, I was like, this sucks, but like a lot of people in the world have it way worse. And like I don't know, I read like two books on one was called like A Man's Search for Meaning, which was about like someone who was in like a he was in like Auschwitz for like 5 years and then transferred somewhere else, but he like made it through. And then the other one was called Unbroken. You might have heard like the movie or something.
Yeah, I watched the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not because I think. Oh no, David. You know David Goggins. He has one called Unbreakable.
Okay, yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Navy SEAL.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like the mental toughening is just like something that it's just not found like anywhere else. And I think that like I found myself thinking like I can't complain about anything. Like even just when I would be like Snapchatting you or whatever, and you were like saying like all like the like when you were in like quarantine and just like shitty it looked and stuff. I'm like, okay, that looks shit, but there's someone going through even worse. I'm like, and even kind of what you guys were going through is a luxury compared to what else is happening in the world.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, I mean, we're still getting like 3 meals a day. I don't know, like, I mean, some people are like not eating and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it sucks, but it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
When we think about like the big picture of things.
Yeah, it just kind of pisses me off when I hear all like these like fucking rich motherfuckers just like complaining about the littlest, stupidest shit. Like,
yeah, definitely.
So what's your guys' plans? What's your plans for the future? What are you guys studying? What do you want to do?
Well, I'm studying civil engineering right now at UW-Milwaukee, and yeah, I'm not totally sure if I'm gonna go the officer route, which would be what I think Henry's doing right now. It's ROTC. You go through college, and you're basically a cadet, and you work your way up to being an officer in the Army. And yeah, I'm still deciding if I want to do that or not yet. But
okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just got to school at Utah, so I'm doing film right now, but I'm probably gonna switch that to business or kinesiology next year.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like Sam just talked about, I'm doing ROTC, which I'm not contracted yet. Which like when you get contract, that's when you like get your commission to be an officer, which is like junior or senior year. But I'm still like doing the classes stuff right now, which is basically everything I've learned already. But yeah, so when I get out of college, hopefully I'll be an officer, and I'm still deciding if I'm going to go active or stay National Guard.
So if you go active, that's like your full time. That's like a career.
Yeah, that's my job for like the next however long my contract would be.
And how long usually are the contracts?
For enlisted, I think it's like 3 years. I don't know if it's different for officers.
So that's not necessarily what you're like you're bounded to do. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of portion.
Yeah, I mean, you can do like 2 years and get out, but I don't think it's worth. I mean, everyone has their reasons, but I don't think it's like worth joining the military and doing 3 years, like because you're gonna be like a specialist or something, which is like pretty low rank when you leave. So you basically did nothing in the military.
Yeah.
Like at least get like a sergeant, which is like a non-commissioned officer, because like I feel like you should at least get there before you leave the military.
Yeah. So you're just kind
Henry,
of go ahead.
Sorry, Henry, you signed for 6, right? For National Guard or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I did too.
So like, I was still thinking about like staying National Guard when I get out of college, but there's no infantry in Utah, so I don't know if I don't know how it'll work because they don't have any infantry units here.
Yeah, it depends if you want to like stay in Utah after college. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be super fun for you, skiing and everything.
Yeah, I might like if I wanted to stay in National Guard and stay in Utah, I would probably have to switch my MOS which is like not hard when you're an officer, I'm pretty sure, but
I'm pretty sure you can choose. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Your MOS after cadet school or whatever.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I kind of wanted to stay infantry, but
yeah, me too. If I would do the officer route, but yeah.
So that would be like a part that'd be like how much time would you put into that if you stay National Guard? Like after college?
That's just like once a month.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
during the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you go ROTC and then go active, you go to, I think it's called like Bullock. So I'd go back to Fort Benning for like a basic leadership course. And then once I finished that, it's basically basic, but it's like more laid back. You're not in screen deck because you're an officer. And then so you do that 4 months. And then when you get out of that, I'm pretty sure you go straight to Ranger School. I don't know if they're doing that though. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but that's how my platoon leader told me it worked.
Okay. I'm pretty sure, especially now, you have to at least like go to Ranger School in order to become like a captain or a major in the Army. So
yeah, I mean Ranger School, if you're trying to rank up, and I don't know, if you're trying to like rank up and get high in the military, you basically need to go to Ranger School and like get your EIB.
Yeah, it's like it's just basically a big leadership course, based off of all of like the infantry tactics, but just more extreme.
Yeah, so it's like 62 days, and there's a Benning phase, which is like again, you do a ton of PT. Then the mountain phase, which is in like the Georgia mountains, I don't know where. And then you learn how to do like mountaineering stuff, climbing up mountains and like rucking through them. And then the swamp phase, which is in the Everglades, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's in Florida. I think, I don't know where, but
I think it's Everglades. And then then once you're done with that, then you're done with Ranger School, but it's like 2 months. And it's like I think you get like,
that's 2 months, all that?
Yeah, Ranger School. So
you could write a book out of all that.
You definitely could. I don't know when, but like you get like 1 MRE a day while you're there. Like if you weigh like 200 or above, like you'll probably lose like 30, 40 pounds when you're there.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like my dad went into Ranger School like 220 and came out like 180, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's not just like fat, like it's like you lose a lot of muscle.
Yeah, you
like,
lose a ton of muscle.
Yeah.
Eating anything. Like you're doing so not eating. But it's like it's super hard.
Yeah. It's a lot of like I'm sure it's a lot of walking and like running and stuff, not as much, and probably like push-ups and sit-ups, but that just, even like now after like seeing what I was before, like what I could like power lift and like squat and bench and stuff, it's brutal now trying to like, I mean, I still work out, but it's just you lose a lot even just in basic training. So I can't even imagine when you're not able to eat as much every day. So.
Like you definitely lose muscle in basic if you go in like already like lifting and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just basic on steroids, basically.
Yeah. So like, were like the portions of food like that? Like, did you not get a lot of like protein and stuff?
No, you get fed.
No, it's just you don't work, like you don't do any heavy lifting, so you don't work your muscles as much.
Yeah,
it's just more
like
endurance stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you do calisthenics really.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So you're just kind of in college trying to figure out if there's anything that you like are really like passionate about that you like rather do right now.
Yeah, basically, like I'm just trying to like, if I like really like Utah, which I probably will in the next couple of years, then like I might stay. But at the same time, I can always like come back here after I go active. I can always come back if I really like it. Like I'm still really young, so I don't need to like just stay here forever now. I can still do stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because you're big into movies and stuff. So you're like, if you went the film route, you would be in like the business of like production of movies, or have you thought about that at all?
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna stay as a film major. I'd rather go like business or kinesiology.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just something I put like in high school, and I kind of regret it now. But I mean, I'm not even taking any film classes this semester. I'm kind of just taking like gen ed stuff.
Yeah. I have no idea what I'm gonna. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of people have no clue, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying that we're like forced into this position of like
Yeah,
18, 19 years old, like having to like basically figure out what you want like your career to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can always switch it later too, but
Yeah.
it does. It is kind of a lot. It's kind of special.
I think with you guys in the military and me with like just kind of like my own businesses and stuff, we're in like a different, us three are kind of in a different position. It's like we have options. Like it's not like we choose a major and that's like a lot of kids will just like choose a major and like their tunnel vision like only on that. Like it's like that's not necessarily for us, I don't think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, like one of the questions I wanted to ask you was like, where's like, what is like the future of like this podcast? Like, where do you like see it going? Like, are you just gonna keep doing them just for fun? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna, yeah, I mean, I like doing it for fun. Yeah, that's
yeah, just for fun.
yeah, but the way that I look at it is like kind of, it's like the internet, like the platforms on the internet, like YouTube, for example, or Spotify, like that's gonna be like our legacy when we die. So like that's kind of what like this is like kind of the shit that I want to like not only put out right now and impact, because obviously like the impact that these conversations have on people right now is super important, but also kind of like the way that I want to be remembered eventually, and also not just me, but every single one of my guests, because there's a lot of people that will never have an hour-long conversation recorded, put out onto the internet in their life. So like
Yeah.
but and so loved ones will be able to like go back and like look at that. So I enjoy doing it. I think that people in the moment can like learn a lot from people, from the podcast watching it now, and then obviously legacy. But I mean, I look at it like the Joe Rogan experience. If it, if it eventually grows to that, which honestly, I mean, he said he always says, there's many new Joe Rogans out there. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm starting this at 18 and like I just keep consistently doing it. And the thing is, the beautiful thing about it is like there's always more people. Like there's always a new guest. Like there's unlimited episodes basically.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite podcast?
From that I listen to, or from?
Yeah, do you do you have anyone that you like to listen to?
Yeah, I just listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, honestly.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I mean, I haven't the past like 7 months, but like that was one of my favorites before I left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Catching up to do.
Yeah. Also,
long car ride. Just put that on.
have you ever listened to Chad and JT?
Who?
Chad and JT.
I don't know what that is.
Give them a listen, like whenever you're free. It's pretty funny. They're like comedians, but they talk about like some cool stuff actually, but they make it like funny.
Chad and JT.
They're the surfer guys, right?
Yeah, they're
California. Yeah.
Like Southern California. They're funny.
Yeah. There's some interesting Joe Rogan. I'm trying to think of the ones that have came out. Like Kanye West one was amazing.
Yeah.
That one wasn't. That was insane. Kevin Hart did one.
He had Kanye on his podcast.
Who? Joe Rogan did. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. You gotta look at go to Joe Rogan's go to
Yeah.
it. He has a lot of new ones, good ones.
Yeah, I mean he is everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was doing DoorDash a lot, the last couple weeks before I came back here, and I would just literally just listen to different Joe Rogan podcasts. But I was listening like Mike Tyson was a good one.
Yeah.
But I listened to this one of this astronaut that was in space for 200 days, and even that was just super
Yeah, that's crazy.
because
I like the one with Cowboy Cerrone, the UFC fighter. He's pretty cool. Outside of UFC, and he does a lot of cool stuff.
yeah. I think honestly, the more places that people see, the more interesting a lot of times. Because this astronaut said looking down on Earth.
Yeah.
When he returned to Earth, he traveled a lot, and he said that he always felt like he was home. It's literally everything is relative to
he was always at home wherever he was.
Yeah, he's on Earth. It's all everything is relative to your own perspective.
Yeah.
So I find that pretty cool. But yeah, I know Joe Rogan a lot. Graham Stephan,
I do not.
he does a lot. He's big real estate investor, and he just talks a lot about investing and stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's what I've been spending a lot of time doing. I'm just not I'm just pretty focused, I'm just kind of I'm always trying to pick something up instead of listening to music. When I go pick something up from the UPS store, I'll listen to the retail. There's this podcast called Retail Ready Podcast, and it's just talking about food brands.
Yeah.
Building.
Were you invested in any doggy coin or GameStop?
I didn't make any. I didn't do the fucking Doge. Is it doggy coin or Doge coin? I don't even know.
Dude, I like to call it doggy coin, but I think it's Doji coin.
I don't know. I made a
Robinhood is a scam, dude.
What, doggy?
No, Robinhood, dude.
Oh, I don't.
Oh yeah.
They're some scammers, I think. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I bought 5 shares of GameStop at 103 and sold for 280 and made a quick 775 in 2 days. So that was
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. I know one kid in my platoon had 20K invested at doggy coin, and I don't know. I think he made 4K, and he just cashed it. Once it hit 4 cents, he just cashed it. But it went up to 7 the night of.
Yeah. I mean, there's money to be made, not just in the headlines. I don't know. I've been doing just a lot of investing in general. I'm in a few group chats with people, and just I probably allocate 75-80% of my portfolio to long-term positions, and then kind of swing trade, buy and sell within a few days or a week to try to make some money with the other 20%.
I don't think anyone will make a lot of money long term on doggy coin. I don't think that's a good idea, but I don't know about investing.
I don't even have Robinhood, so I don't even think I can do that, invest in that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just some random crypto that Elon Musk likes to tweet about. But I don't know a lot about it because I haven't been on the internet.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention to that, dude. I don't know. There's probably money to be made in it, but I don't know. I've been on the TikTok grind.
TikTok.
Yeah, I never even got on TikTok. I was never on TikTok, and I just downloaded, and it's I don't.
With KP?
Yeah, with KP.
Yeah.
Nice. KP's got TikTok.
Yeah, follow it at ketchup.please.
Who's
but
it done by? Is it by you?
yeah, me. No,
Nice.
I don't even watch other people's TikToks. I'll just like I have my personal one too, and I'm just like posting like old like videos from high school and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I posted the one of, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the one of like Carson Fontaine like screaming in the bathroom. Like
Oh
when
yeah.
it was like shitting. And like that one got like 8,000 views or something.
What?
Man.
I like
Who's that funny TikTok is AR with the like the fireworks.
Yeah, dude, with the mortar.
did you post that?
Yeah, I think he did.
No,
He posted, yeah, it was like one of his first TikToks, I think. But it wasn't the one you're thinking of, not the one that you're like
no, I
the,
know. I was yeah, I know what you're talking about.
the one that he threw in the pool.
Wait, that was,
No, it
oh,
wasn't that. It
oh, it
wasn't.
wasn't that one. Okay.
It's a different one. I don't think anyone recorded that.
Mm, yeah, fuck that, dude. That was nuts.
That was not a good idea.
Oh, it was the one in like my backyard, I think. Oh yeah, it was the.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah. Funny TikTok.
I would always just like shit on him for like making TikToks and stuff, but at the same time now I'm like my roommate was like, "Yo, your TikTok kind of like blowing up." I'm like, "Yeah, well, it still doesn't matter. Like, it's not doing any. It's not making me money. So why the hell do it's not? I'm just doing it for fun. Like, see what might like get some views just for fun.
Yeah.
Like Carson Fontaine screaming in the high school bathroom. Like, why not?
How's the KP doing?
Good. I'm really busy with it. I got yeah, I'll show you. I got a bunch of farmers market stuff back here in my closet.
Yeah.
I got a table, I got a tent, I got like a cooler. I go to this like organic like vegan farmers market like 5 minutes away every Saturday from like 9 to fucking 6:30. Like
Damn.
Wait, so do you guys make it down there, or like does Evan Lamsa kind of run that, like the process of making all the ketchup and stuff?
we have so we had we got 3,000 bottles produced in October 21st in East Troy, and we only have like probably a little less than 1,000 bottles left. But we just, I mean, when I came down here, like with Austin a couple weeks ago, like we get 2 free check bags with Southwest, so we just like stocked them up and we were make like 50 bottles of ketchup down here. But yeah, no, Evan's just gonna ship me like cases from here on out, until, you know, once we kind of get like, we're working with a new co-packer up near Minneapolis and Hudson, Wisconsin. And we're just kind of going to slowly start to like build up, sell a ton of product at farmers markets. Um,
So are you guys selling like all over the country now? Is it just Wisconsin and Florida?
I mean, we're online. We've had a decent amount of online orders in different states and stuff, but like this, like 2020, like we've lost money the past 2 years, but this year we're just like, we know that we can make a lot of money and high profit at farmers markets. So hopefully by like, or not, I'm not saying hopefully, by like fall, we're going to have enough money in the bank to do like a real bigger production run,
Yeah.
you know, of 15, 20,000 bottles, and start to look and getting into some retail, you know, both.
Some bigger retail. Yeah.
Nice.
We're kind of thinking like the philosophy of just win in our backyard. So like win in Wisconsin, win in Florida before we do anything else, you know. Like,
Yeah.
and that starts as small as winning in like lake country, you know, southeastern Wisconsin and Miami and on campus. Like I got into a little like retail like convenience store here. You know, just it's a slow grind, but
That's pretty cool.
we're time invested into it. Every day that we put into it, it's like we want to quit less. Like it's not. We're gonna keep going on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's fun. Yeah, so I guess, is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about yet today?
Pretty much covered everything for me.
Not that I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was good. Good catching up with you guys. We'll get together and whatever. I think I end like second week in May or something.
Yeah, that's probably the same for me.
Yeah, to me too. I think I'm like May 15th. So
I might be going back to Wisconsin for like one drill though. We'll see.
Oh really? Oh
We'll see.
yeah.
I'm trying to get like an interstate transfer to go through right now, so hopefully that goes through.
Yeah.
I don't have to go back.
That sucks to like have to take a plane here just for a boring ass weekend.
It sounds like I can stay here, but we'll have to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
guys. We'll be in touch, and yeah, let's definitely get together. I think they said Summerfest is now in fucking September or something.
I'll probably be at school already by then. I'm probably not gonna be able to go.
Rip.
Yeah, Sam will be able to go. Perfect.
Yeah, dude. You guys can stay at my house if you want.
Yeah, I'll be in Wisconsin. I'll fly back to go to Summerfest.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think I got Rolling Loud is down here. Like
Yeah, it is. It's Miami, Cali, and New York.
Yeah, like a month or so.
Oh, that's sick.
I don't know. Maybe.
You should go to that.
Bro, it's been like kind of the party like situation is also like weird. Like here, it's just like it's I prefer like Wisconsin, just like the type of partying so much more. It's just so much cheaper, and like you spend the $50 for a club ticket. Half the time you don't fucking get in. Half the time you have to pay another $50 to get in, and then you end up paying like, I don't know, hundreds of dollars for alcohol, and then you end up losing shit. Like it's just a whole ordeal. Even wanted to go to a club, we didn't get in. It's like I haven't even really gone to any like clubs or anything. Like I prefer just having like a bonfire with a few people, like throwing back some brewskis, and we're good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yep. Well, it was good catching up. I'll get this converted to video and audio and get up on Spotify and YouTube, and then I'll shoot you guys the links.
Yeah. In a couple of years, in like 5 years, we can come back on.
Yeah.
Give it a watch or another podcast.
Yeah. Well, and a watch. Like that's what I'm saying, dude. Just
go back to it. Yeah.
Like the archives. These are gonna be like the archives.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Yeah. All right, cool guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right. See ya.
Peace.